Hi and welcome back, and I'm going to get started on our salmon fillet. I want to show you guys a technique that I do with the fish. This is a very thick piece of salmon, and you can take this, slice it down the middle, open it all the way up, and get to the end and flip it over. I don't suggest you guys to do it in your hand. I've been doing this for so many years and I'm used to it. You can use your cutting board for that and just lay it on the side and open this up. Some chunks of salmon, you can actually do this 4 ways, and this will stretch the salmon out. So now that we have these cut, and these have already been rinsed. So now that you've seen the cutting technique, I'm going to go over to the stove and I'm going to grill the salmon. And you guys pay close attention to how I make this. This is one of my specialties. We'll be grilling salmon for you guys this evening. And so first what I want to do is I want to set my temperature, which will be medium high. You always want to warm up your grill, get that. So what you want to do is you want to add some olive oil to your pan while it's warming up. And as you see, I'm using a grill that takes up the half of the stove. And instead of pouring olive oil over the entire grill, I put the olive oil exactly where the fire is to warm it up. So I'm going to add, I have a little different way of seasoning my meat, my fish as I go. And I put the seasons in the actual olive oil. So this is our sea salt. A little bit of that. Cayenne pepper. And as you notice, I'm using a spoon for the cayenne pepper, and this will help you so you won't get it on your finger and later on into your eyes. And this also helps with the measurement so that your measurement is, pretty much on point how much you want. And I have a little basil that I'm putting in here. So as this is warming, as our seasons warm up, I'm going to add fresh minced garlic, that extra flavor. So what you want to do is you want to let your seasons warm up with the garlic, the oil blend in with the seasonings. And I'm going to lay the fish inside. Meat part first, kind of moving it around a little bit. Position it where I want it. So you want to move it all around and get all those seasonings in there. And so what you're going to do is you're going to let your salmon grill until it's nice and brown, and you can kind of like pull it up a little bit just to test it. And after it browns, and you can see the color of the salmon change as it cooks all the way through. And you turn it over, and you don't necessarily have to season the other side of the fish, because there's already seasons that has set in the oils underneath. But you could just sprinkle a little extra. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sprinkle a little extra bit on top. So let's start with the cayenne pepper so you guys can see exactly how this is done. And I'm going to rinse my hands. So I'll do just a little dab of the sea salt. as this is cooking on this side. I'll do some base also. Like we mentioned earlier in the video, that this meal was very inexpensive. And not only is it inexpensive, it's extremely healthy for your family. Whenever I'm cooking, I love my food to look gorgeous. It's all about presentation. Chrissy, can you pass me the plate with the lettuce on it so I can show them?
There you go. I'm just going to take this plate for you.
All right. Thank you so much. So as you see, we have lettuce on our plate, and I will lay the salmon on top of it, and this looks great on your table.
That salmon smells so good.
Yes, it does. So as you guys can see, I have lemon that I'm going to squeeze on top. I've already flipped the salmon over so that this side of the salmon is already done. And I'm going to take lemon and squeeze just a tad of the juice while this cooks for a little extra flavor. So this can pop. Yummy. Love it. So while I was flipping over the salmon crispy, she sliced up some lemons on the side to give you that extra decoration to your platter. And whoever likes the extra lemon juice on their salmon is there on the table for you. This looks absolutely delicious. The seasonings that I put in the olive oil as the olive oil was warming up, it set right into the salmon, and it's there, and it was able to penetrate through the fish as the fish was cooking, so that extra flavor is going to be inside of it. So yeah, this is nice and brown with a slight crisp. Yummy. And for the new cookers, I always want to, I don't want to forget the new cookers, but while you're watching your salmon cook, instead of taking a fork or taking another utensil to slice into the meat to check to see if it's ready, you can actually look at the side of the salmon, and you can see the color change, and you know that it's done all the way. And all of the meals that we're preparing, we are keeping up with all our recipes, all of the seasonings, everything. We'll have all of this available at a later time. We have our recipes that will be for sale, additional to a cookbook that we're working on. And so you guys can take notes as you go, but if you guys are interested in the recipes and in the seasons that we're using, please contact us. So this is your finished product. A special thank you for all of our viewers. Please subscribe to Sister Run for more.